Okay, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is a new channel. I had an old channel. For those of you that are just finding this video, I had a channel that I was uploading to. I kind of feel like it got blacklisted by YouTube because of some of the topics that I was covering, maybe some of the things that I said. I'm taking full responsibility for it. Not here to blame YouTube or anything about the channel's lack of growth, but one of my goals in 2021, is to upload videos more consistently. And so I want to kind of start over, revamp my content on YouTube and across social media, start over on this channel here. Some of you may know me if you're coming from my previous channel. I did, political commentary. We covered a lot of stuff over the years. But, going into this year and as everything was unfolding in 2020, this past year, something just sort of grew, like an awareness inside of me grew about my own personal finance, and just all things like economic related, finance related. And that is really what I want to focus on with my content online. All right. I've been making content for a very, very long time. I've had a couple semi-successful channels, in different genres. But what I want to focus on is finances, personal finance, economic news, and just, sort of just being here to offer some inspiration, right? Maybe offer some ideas, some inspiration, some motivation for people out there like me, because I am currently trying to get my finances in order, right? That's sort of the state financially that I would define myself as. I'm trying to get my finances in order, and I'm trying to accumulate wealth. I'm trying to build wealth and grow my personal wealth. And there's a lot of people out there, just like me, that either have never really thought a lot about their own personal finance, or have never really invested much money, or have never, saved a lot of money. And so that is sort of where I'm at today. Now, as 2020 was unfolding, we saw the stock market crash, and I think a lot of people will relate to this, but I heard in the news, all the time, oh, the stock market is crashing, right? It was making new lows for weeks. And something, I don't know exactly what it was, but I figured, wow, the stock market had crashed. It's at all-time lows. I should probably learn how to invest, and I should get started now. And that's what I did. So I started with stocks. I started investing on Robinhood like a lot of people do. And then by August of 2020, I was day trading options on TD Ameritrade. So I took this so seriously, especially over the summer. And this was, I had a monetized channel. So I was making, okay money on a monthly basis last year before my channel was, demonetized. And so, I was investing some of my money, but then I figured out how to trade options, right? And I had a lot of success with that. It took me a couple of months. It took me probably like June, July to get the hang of it and try to, figure out exactly how to trade option premiums. But by August, I had doubled my money, right? I put about $1,000 in my TD Ameritrade account, and before the end of September, I had about $2,500. So I felt really good about that. I was like, well, I'm going to do this, right, for a living. Well, the end of September and October came around. The market definitely corrected, and most of that profit I had lost, and I was back down to about $1,200 or so. So I was, technically still up, but did not practice very good capital preservation, right? So I've made a lot of mistakes along the way, but I learned a lot this past year, especially just about investing in general, building a small portfolio, day trading options, scalping options, which I'm going to continue to do. I haven't been doing it for a couple of months now because I wanted to sort of preserve my capital, build my capital a little bit more. And then before I get into, my plans to get back into trading tomorrow, about the end of October, early November, I discovered stacking and the power of heavy metals, right? I finally figured it out. And maybe I'm a late bloomer. Maybe, I'm still very new and kind of learning a lot about the financial game. But it occurred to me, finally, after months of putting all my money in the stock market, that, hey, you should probably have some hard assets. I think it was actually a channel, Jeremiah Babe. I was watching this guy. He's out of Palm Springs, California. And I was watching him, Mineko 64, just some other people out there. There's a lot of silver stacking channels, gold stacking channels, even like jewelry guys on YouTube. And the common message between all of them is, the stock market's cool, but get some of your money into heavy metals. Even the most wealthy people always have like a minimum of 10% of their net worth in gold. So I started buying silver, made my first gold purchases in the last month or so, and I've been really getting into that. And I love it because it's hands-on. It's like I actually own it. It feels good to actually have it in my possession or have it in a spot that I have access to whenever I need it. And my plan with the metals is to just stack until my elder years, right? Stack until I'm 75, 80 years old. And in my, golden years, in my retirement, pray that I make it that far. God willing, I make it that far. My plan is to sell the metals in my, elderly years as sort of to kind of supplement my retirement, right? Or just pass it on down to, family members and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's what I got into the last couple of months. I did start working, not an online, self-employed kind of thing. I went and got a job and started working about 40 hours a week, making over minimum wage, but it's still, it's an hourly wage. I'm not salaried or anything like that. And I've been doing that for a couple of months now and really just trying to stack, not necessarily stack my cash, but stack my cash in my trading accounts and stacking metals, right? Some cash, I think, having a little bit of paper fiat on hand, some currency on hand is a good idea. I'm not in the cryptos, and I know a lot of people are big fans of cryptos. I think Bitcoin right now hit $33,000. I had a little bit of money, about $100 in Bitcoin. That I put this in like in October, and it went up to like, I don't know, maybe like 120 or something. I decided to cash out because I thought Bitcoin was at its all-time highs. Boy, was I wrong about that. But I'm not mad. I'm happy for anybody out there that is making money in cryptocurrencies. I really don't know how I feel about cryptocurrencies. It is exciting. The computer technology aspect of it is very interesting. But do I want to have money in, or a lot of money, or the majority of my net worth in currency, right? Whether that's fiat currency or cryptocurrency. I just don't know. I'm still kind of exploring that option. But I know I'm obsessed with stacking and I'm obsessed with trading. And so between stacking, trading, and just general economic news and just trying to figure this thing out, right? Because that's what I want to focus on. And that is what I think is one of the most productive things that I can do with my content. I've made all kinds of BS content, drama content, political content, vegan content. I made a lot of content. Some of it I'm more proud of than other videos that I've made. But all in all, I feel like everything I was doing in the past, especially into my late 20s online, just wasn't very productive. Was it entertaining? Yes. Did I have a lot of fun doing it? Yes. But now I'm all about building wealth, building my wealth, and just inspiring and motivating people to do the same, and trying to connect with people that are like-minded on the internet that are doing the same thing that I'm doing. And there's a lot of people out there that are not. There's a lot of people out there that are, they're waiting in line for fast food at McDonald's, or they're waiting in line for a $7 coffee at Starbucks. A lot of people are, they're buying their brand new Nike shoes, their PlayStation 5s, and they are just not thinking about any of this. They have no idea what is coming economically to this country and the world. And I think if 2020 has shown us anything, it's that, we're in deep trouble, right? I don't want to turn this into doom and gloom, but, and that's another thing too. I want to focus on the solutions, and the solutions that I can sort of surmise right now are to stack hard assets, precious metals. That's a great store of value, and possibly even make money, though I'm not stacking to necessarily make money or to flip it. But besides that, trading, even things like gardening, right? I've got kale and basil growing right out of my kitchen, right? So I'm constantly trying to gain more skills, gain more knowledge. And that is what all of us need to be doing in these times. So I want to focus on the solutions. I don't want to be all doom and gloom. I feel like a lot of my news commentary, economic commentary, the political commentary, I feel like a lot of the times I was kind of trapped in a mindset of doom and gloom that, everything's falling apart and, we're losing our country, we're losing our rights. And though a lot of that may be true, we got to focus on the solutions. And so that is what this channel is going to be about. With that, I guess I'll close by saying this, that, one of my New Year's resolutions is to start uploading more content. I really want to, do this daily. For me, this is kind of like a trading journal. Before I go, I'm going to show you some of the things that I'm looking at. We'll look at some charts, okay? But I do want to be able to come on here every day and just sort of share with you guys, if I made any trades, what I'm looking at, what my watch list looks like. And tomorrow I'm very excited because I haven't traded in probably a month. Like since I started my job, I just haven't taken very many trades. And especially after losing a lot of my profit in October, I don't know what it was. I just got kind of like, I just needed a break, right? I needed a break. I think it was good that I took a break. And so I'm excited because tomorrow I'm going to get back into trading. I want to try to practice sitting on my hands more and not feeling like I have to take a trade every single day. But that being said, I'm going to sort of treat this channel and treat my daily commentary almost like a trading journal. I'll be tracking my stuff in a spreadsheet and, of course, journaling and screenshotting for my Instagram, but I want to treat this as like a trading journal. It'll be motivating for me, but I also think that it can be informative and help people out there. Because when I was trying to figure out how to trade options, it was just so confusing. I couldn't find one channel that basically just said, here's how you make money with options. You're trading the premiums. You buy the premium for the option, and then you're hoping the premium goes up, and then you sell it. And that's how you not one channel just simply explained options contract trading in that way. And so, maybe I can offer something that's a little bit informative, but at the same time, doesn't have to encompass all the complexities of what options trading can be. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but basically I'm here to scalp options right now. Carmine Rosado from InvestiTrade. It's a fantastic channel, fantastic Instagram. That is like the one channel I would send anybody to learn how to trade options. So let's go ahead and look at some of the stuff that I'm looking at this week. This, of course, is the silver futures. All right. This is more of a long-term chart right here. This is a 4-hour chart. So you can find this by, I think it's the / and then SI is the silver futures. The reason I'm looking at this is because, I'm stacking silver. I have recognized kind of a wedge pattern here. And I think either something's we're going to get a big move to the upside, or I think we could get more of a move to the downside to test maybe this low, or maybe test lows, down here if I were to zoom out, into a bigger time frame. But this is basically what's been going on the last week or so, and I do think something is about to blow right here. I think it is possible that we will go into the $29 to $30 range within the next month or so. So it's very interesting that silver did close above 26 for the end of the year. That is good for the price of silver. But really, as a stacker, I hope the price drops, because now if I'm buying silver, if I'm buying like a couple ounces every week, or a few ounces every couple of weeks, right? As a silver stacker, you're wanting to buy it at the lowest possible price that you can. So would it be great if, silver came back down to $22 an ounce? Yes. Is that going to happen? I mean, I certainly hope so. But again, I'm sitting on close to 40 ounces now, and I've been stacking for a couple of months. If it does go up, right, that's not going to be a bad thing for my stack. But silver is definitely something that I'm looking at. Here on the flexible grid, we have basically a macro chart. These are charts. I call it my macro watch list. But as you can see, I have the SPY, I have the NASDAQ, the QQQ, right? The Dow Jones Industrial Average, right? These first three here. And we're at all-time highs. I think for the Dow Jones, we're definitely at all-time highs. Dow Jones is DIA, if you ever want to look that up in trading software. Yeah, we hit all-time highs. I think it was, the last trading day, day before New Year's. Let's look at the dollar index real quick, which is also on my macro watch list. So the dollar index, as you can see, I mean, it has been a very long time that the dollar has been declining. And one of the things that I want to say in this video, like, we are at lows we haven't seen since, I think, what is that, 2017 or so? Yeah, so we're at like 2017 lows. And as you can see, like for a couple of years now, we've just been declining, right? This is some sort of demand zone, because as we saw in 2017, it just shot right up and didn't stop for a while. But, against basically the dollar index, how they measure the dollar, it's the dollar against an average of about 6 other fiat currencies, the yen, the euro. It's like their average measured against the dollar. And, we are at 89 right now, so the dollar versus the euro, we've fallen below 90, which is not good. It's not good for the dollar. Is it good for stocks? Yes. I got my dollar index here. So on my macro chart, I've got the SPY, the QQQ, the Dow Jones, the dollar. I've got the VIX. I've got gold, silver, and XLE, which is, basically an oil index. What you tend to see is when the dollar goes down, when the dollar is weak, stocks are up, gold is up, silver is up. And, there's trade-offs, right? It's not good for our purchasing power, but if you're holding assets, if you're holding stock, if you're holding heavy metals, a dollar weakness is good for that. So that being said, what I'm going to do to sort of break back into trading is I'm going to be trading ETFs. I'll show you this real quick too. The reason I'm going to trade ETFs is because I'll show you here. If you go, and I might actually trade some silver mining stocks. They do have option contracts. And the reason I'm trading options is because you can really leverage your money. I'm not going to explain exactly how in this video, but using options, you can really leverage your money. And even with a $500 account or a $1,000 account, you can actually make several day trades. There's no pattern day trading rule. But let's take like OIH. Actually, I'm going to go real quick. Let me go back to charts, go to my, I have a watch list here. It's, let me see. I think it's, ETFs. So this is what I'm going to try to be trading, or at least looking for opportunities. I may not necessarily be able to take a trade, but I've got oil indexes, the silver index, the gold index, a bunch of energy indexes, and so let's go to SLV, right? SLV is the I wouldn't invest in SLV, but I'll definitely trade it. The reason I won't invest in SLV is because it's, basically a fake silver trust that's owned by BlackRock. I think JP Morgan is like the custodian. And so when you're buying SLV, you're not actually buying silver, believe it or not, though they want you to think that. You're not. It's a derivative. So the option contract is a derivative too, but I'm trading this. I'm not investing, right? I'll be in and out of these trades within a day. But look at this, like $24, $25, I could get in a trade, right? With a delta of 28, a theta of 4, that is not bad. The theta is the time decay, so you want low theta. The delta right here, the 28, that's pretty good. Anything of a delta over 30 is, awesome. But we're just a couple points out of the money. Let's say I thought SLV for what, let me go look at SLV real quick. Let's zoom into SLV. This is a weekly chart. Let me go to the 4-hour chart because I'm going to be trading off of that and probably a 15-minute chart. So yeah, just like we had with silver, we've got this wedge forming, right? Remember I'll show you the silver futures, right? Similar looking chart. You've got this wedge here. Looks very similar on SLV. You've got a lot of support, right? Just notice all these demand zones. I can explain what demand zones are in another video, but we've got a lot of demand zones. We've got recent demand zones at like the $23, $24 levels. So is it possible that SLV will go up? If the price of silver goes up, yes, SLV is definitely going to go up. So I'm going to do a lot of reading about silver and just kind of see what's going on in the news. But if I think SLV is going to go up, right, I can get in for $24. Right? And if the contract moves up 2 points, I can sell it for about $60. So that you're like almost doubling your money right there. If it went up 3 points on the option scale, right? That would be like tripling your money. So as you can see, options can be very lucrative. Let's say I thought that SLV was going to go down. Well, I've got a strategy for that. I can go to the put side, which is over here. And look at this, $34. I could get the $24 strike price on the put side for $34, right? That's the ask. I'd probably just have to hit the ask. And of course, these things are going to be moving in real time when the market opens. But for $34, I could take a trade. So with a $500 account, well, you could see, yeah, you could actually be trading and practicing your option scalping skills. You can see the delta is 33, which is awesome. The theta is 5, which is fantastic. And they're very liquid, right? Look at the volume, 11,000. Look at the open interest. Almost 3,000 people, right? 2,900 people are holding this put contract. So, we'll see what happens. But my plan is to kind of look. I'm going to be looking at these indexes, right? We've got the XLE, we've got the XCP, XLF, got a lot of oil and energy indexes. We've got the GDX. Let's look at the GDX real quick. This is what I'm going to do, be looking at to kind of break into trading, right? Of course, if I see a bomb-ass opportunity on Apple or something, I'll take it. But, the Apple contracts are very expensive. One contract can be, $200, $300. So I'm not going to risk that much of my account just for, the possibility to double or triple my money that day. But the power of options, it allows you to leverage your money. They're very powerful. Even with small accounts, you can trade options. I did it in August, and I'm going to try to do it again. And that's one of my goals, again, for 2021 is to get back into my options trading. And, because I'm working 40 hours a week, it kind of works out because I can trade during the day, go to my job at night, and have my steady income, but also try to, not only supplement my income, but really build an account without having to worry to about taking money out of the account to pay for bills. So I don't want to ramble on. This video has been going on for quite a long time. Where is the time on this? Not sure where the time is down there. I think my settings are a little bit different. Yeah, so we're under a half an hour. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching the video. I will try to be back on a daily, consistent basis. And let me know, what topics, what you want to see, what questions you might have about, trading, or how I got into trading, or how you can get into trading. Definitely comment down below. Give the video a like, because it definitely helps us in the algorithms. It helps me get the content out to more like-minded people like you and me. Follow me on social media. Not using Twitter so much, but I am on Parler. I'm on BitChute. I have a podcast. I'm trying to figure out what my weekly podcast schedule will be. Probably like Sundays or something. I'll do like a longer formatted podcast and maybe do more like just general economic news and stuff like that. But let me know what you want to see. Comment down below. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you next time. God bless.